Hello everybody and welcome back to the Craftsman Truck Series season here in NR2003 at the Darlington Raceway. First race here at the Craftsman Trucks, a couple of weeks. William Byron starts on the front row, and he is leading the way, trying to get the KBM number 51 back-to-back wins. Of course, Kyle Busch won last time out at Kansas. Byron leading the way right now with Nick Sanchez having a great run in second. Kligerman third, Rhodes fourth, with Hyman and Zane Smith battle for fifth place behind them as they get ready to work their way off here into 3 of 4. Nick Sanchez trying to put some pressure on the back of William Byron for the race lead right now, but we know that 51 truck for Kyle Busch was so strong, especially with proven Cup winners in that car. Of course, Kyle Busch champion, dominated at Kansas last week, and now William Byron doing a whale of a job this week, put himself in a great spot. Oh, we got trouble there, crashing up ahead. Ben Rhodes into the wall. Kligerman crashing as well. Zane Smith, Tanner Gray, and there's a huge crash. Haley Deegan upside down. Eckes also up and over. Hocevar is involved. A huge crash. Ben Rhodes, Kligerman crashing the wall. Zane Smith, Tanner Gray getting into it. Hocevar piles in the back. There's the 1956, 16, 9. So 02, a lot of guys piling. Brown Holmes in the back as well. A lot of contenders destroyed. Full speed replay here as Kligerman gets hooked behind him up into Ben Rhodes, and multiple race winning contenders get wrecked here. Big damage sustained. A few get lucky, like Ben Rhodes, Majeski, but a lot of others get big damage. Haley Deegan up and over out. Eckes done. Kligerman destroyed. Hocevar destroyed. Eckes destroyed. Rhodes and Majeski damaged, but they will continue to battle for this race. You see here in slow-mo, Hornheim just drove in too deep there. Clipped Kligerman and put him up. Ben Rhodes, who got into the wall, and then Kligerman got hooked off of Rhodes. They spun. Zane Smith had nowhere to go. Down into Raja and Tanner Gray right there. But, I mean, Majeski also did a great job checking out. Behind them, they absolutely arc a break. The big hits there. Sauter, oh, Spencer Boyd. The 47, the 46, big damage. It's unfortunate. See the full speed replay. Rhodes, and they get big damage back here. Everyone else piling into the big one. Here in Darlington on only lap 2. Meanwhile, back in the front of the field, it's pretty much just William Byron and Nick Sanchez really surviving here at this front part, as Byron leads the way here in Darlington, leads them back to the caution flag. Now we get back underway in green here on lap 7 after that big crash. Byron continues to lead over Sanchez, Caruth, Purdy, and Craftsman. Look at Haley Deegan hauling the mail into turn 1 and 2, flying right by the 46 of Brendan Poole. That was a crazy move. But now the 46 is stacking up a whole bunch of trucks. Friesen's going 3 wide in the apron. He's going to make it work. He's going to use the whole race back and make a couple of passes. Oh, Brendan Poole down the racetrack, hit by Enfinger. Contacted. There they go. Into the wall. They're crashing. Brendan Poole, Enfinger, Dean Thompson, Nicolaitis, and as well as Ryan Vargas in the 30. And the caution has come out once again here in Darlington for a crash, this time down the back straightaway. Contenders such as Grant Enfinger and Dean Thompson involved. Serious Enfinger had sent Brendan Poole, and then he Poole murders and bang, slams Enfinger and Dean Thompson in the wall. I mean, Chastain got a piece of that as well. Ben Rhodes very lucky to avoid it. But then these guys, big damage there to Vargas, Dean Thompson, Enfinger suffering as everyone else now trying to race back to the line after that second crash of the night. As back in the front of the field, William Byron will continue to lead the way here in Darlington, as he hasn't had any challenge yet, is now back underway on lap 26. A little bit later now, the number 1 truck of Bubba Wallace for Tricon Garage now leading, followed by fellow Cup driver Corey LaJoy in second, and then Friesen is third. But now we got to look at the lap trucks back here. Brendan Poole, Haley Deegan, and Enfinger really stacking up the lines here. William Byron, a part of this trouble. Crafton, Caruso, all Chastain. Oh, Ben Rhodes hanging on to it back there. He does. I'd like to see what happens up here, if any potential incident could be developing. Chase Purdy goes the inside of Brendan Poole now. There's now a bunch of guys that are continuing to put on the left. Oh, back to Domingo Sanchez up on the wall, and upside down goes Nick Sanchez. The 2 up and over. Daniel Dye involved, as well as Carson Hocevar, Dean Thompson, Parker Kligerman, and Tyler Ankrum in a 6-car crash. I see he's also to bend down on Byron, and then Nick Sanchez gets hooked, big hit to the outside wall, up and over he goes. Dean Thompson significantly damaged. Hocevar in it as well. Daniel Dye and Kligerman, a little bit of damage to the back end. I'm going to get our weekly Fox Sports Daniel Dye onboard camera. See right there, once he got turned, he had nowhere to go. And that's what got the wrecking underway here. As we look at Nick Sanchez's upside down truck. He was running so well, running second earlier, But now Nick Sanchez will be destroyed upside down, but shockingly, he will not be out of the race after this. Sanchez will still be in the race, which is an absolute miracle. But he's definitely not going to have the speed that he used to have when he was still, you know, before he flipped upside down. Byron, of course, Bubba Wallace now leading. Then we're on the last lap of stage 1 here in Darlington. William Byron looking to bring home a nice, easy stage 1 win here. But all of a sudden, he gets stuck behind the lap truck of Poole. Now here comes Purdy, Majeski, Chastain, Craftsman, Rhodes, a whole bunch of trucks taking advantage. Now we're going to battle for the stage. And so now as they battle for the stage win, Byron continues to get held up by Poole and Purdy behind him. Look at Ross Chastain sitting on the bottom. What do you know? Chastain's going to be the one to send it through. He makes it work. Byron pulls him 3 wide. Now it's going to be a side-by-side drag race to the line. Who's going to win the stage? Byron got him. Byron wins stage 1, followed by Chastain, Majeski, Crafton, Purdy, DiBenedetto, Rhodes, and others. So William Byron, your stage 1 winner. As we get back underway here on lap 45, Byron continuing to lead, Chastain powering through into second with Majeski, Crafton, and Chase Spray in the top 5 as we continue to see how terribly slow Brendan Poole is as a lap truck back here with Haley Deegan. I think a big contact, the 40, Haley Deegan just completely punted the 46 of Poole. Contact back there. Oh, there's trouble happening. Daniel Dye, the 43 truck has been spun off the nose of Nick Sanchez here, but no caution. Here's he wrecks off of turn 2. No caution for Daniel Dye, getting turned and wrecked this time. As we get back towards the field, shockingly we stay green, but we'll continue on with William Byron leading Ross Chastain here in Darlington, getting closer to the end of stage 2, and that's what we'll move on to. Now, moving on to the last lap of stage 2 here in Darlington. William Byron looking to sweep the stages now, this time much more comfortable than he did in stage 1. Now down the backstretch for the final time in stage 2. William Byron, the comfortable 10-second lead over Chase Purdy. Seems to be well on his way to what could be a dominant back-to-back wins for the Kyle Busch Motorsports, the 51 truck. This will be their 100th win as an organization. William Byron sweeps the stages here in Darlington by winning stage 1 and stage 2. Your runner-up in stage number 2 all the way back here is going to be Chase Purdy in a tight 3-wide situation. And then it's going to be Jake Garcia, Ben Rhodes, Taylor Gray, Matty D, Ty Majeski, Friesen, Chastain, Tanner Gray, the top 10s. William Byron sweeps the stages here in Darlington in dominating fashion. And now we're going to, just like that, move on to a white flag final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Darlington for William Byron. It's been a dominant truck for Byron and his return here for Kyle Busch Motorsports in the Truck Series as he's about to bring that 51 truck back-to-back wins. As he goes through 3 and 4 now for the final time, lapping Grant Enfinger in the 23 once again, as there's a big, some kind of incident on pit road that we missed that took out a whole bunch of trucks. But back to the line, William Byron dominates and wins at Darlington for KBM. Your runner-up is going to be ways back. It's a battle now between Nick Sanchez and Bubba Wallace. As they race back to the line, Bubba Wallace will clear Sanchez, and Bubba Wallace will be your runner-up here. Nick Sanchez 3rd, 4th Taylor Gray, 5th Jake Garcia, LaJoy, and then it's going to be Tanner Gray, and 6th Chase Purdy 7th, and then Chris Wright, Lawless Allen, and Jake Garcia the top 10. But William Byron dominates and wins tonight here in Darlington. See the race results on the left side of your screen, and we'll see the updated playoff grid shortly. Not really much changes, as of course William Byron running for cup points, not eligible for trucks. And so we still have our same 3 winners right now locked into the playoffs, being Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, and Jake Garcia. See the updated playoff grid. Of course, Corey Mekis, Majeski, Mfinger remain where they are big time above the cut line. Sanchez jumps up to 8th, plus 33. I mean, looking real good right now. Ben Rhodes finally above the cut line now, plus 17. Ankrum at the cut line, only 12 above Hocevar and Chase Purdy, who are tied right below the cut line. Then the rest of the guys to the side of the playoffs, you have Daniel Dye, DeBenedetto, Crafton, Taylor Gray, Dean Thompson, Timmy Hill, Chris Wright, Lawless Allen, and Roger Carruth. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.